we're coming to the halfway point in this series on faith. I've been encouraging myself, which is a great thing, and I hope I've been encouraging someone out there, and just looking at all the many dimensions and the facets of faith. And we get two verses which talk about dying right in the middle of chapter 11, this chapter on the heroes of the faith. Verse 21 says, "By faith Jacob, as he was dying, blessed each of the sons of Joseph and worshipped as he leaned on his staff." And then it goes on to say, by faith Joseph, at the end of his life, or as he was coming to the end, mentioned the exodus of the sons of Israel and gave instructions about his burial. Again, rather strange verses for faith. So let's go through them quickly. Jacob blessed each of the sons of Joseph and worshipped as he leaned on his staff. This is a beautiful picture. You know, Joseph had a couple of sons. He had more than two sons, but Jacob, who was Joseph's daddy, blessed his sons. And Joseph was this character who really saved the people of Israel, because remember that he was sold off as a slave by his brothers, who were just so jealous of him. You know, bad things can happen to us. Sometimes jealousy springs up in the heart of people. They feel like you're getting too much attention. They feel like, you know, maybe you're outshining them. They feel like maybe you are getting too much of the glory, or whatever it is. You know, people have jealousy that creeps up in their heart. Don't worry. God has a plan for everyone. And you know, when human jealousy comes against us, in whatever form, God always finds a way to just reward us just by being loyal and faithful to Him. So Joseph is sold into slavery, and he rises through the ranks and eventually becomes the governor of all of Egypt, the greatest wealth in the entire region at that time. And he's commanding all of this wealth as the 2IC over the entire region. And in this position, Jacob sends his other sons off to Egypt to go and see if they can maybe just somehow buy some grain, just so that they can stop themselves from dying of famine. And here God produces this amazing miracle where Joseph sees his brothers who sold him into slavery, and he took pity on them, and he becomes such a figure of supply and such a God figure who's able to, number one, forgive, number two, restore, number three, show grace, just like God would do, and number four, bless, just like is the nature of God. And so he blesses his brothers. I just love that, you know. So Jacob, as he was dying, he blessed the sons of Joseph. Now we look at Joseph. By faith, at the end of his life, he mentioned the exodus of the sons of Israel. You know, Joseph could have been so bitter. We can all be bitter because we all have experiences where people have said stuff about us, where they've stabbed us in the back. You know, where somebody's really done you wrong, where somebody's spoken badly about you, when somebody's lied about you, when they've spread false stories about you, when there's been exaggerations about you. And Joseph here says, you know what? I put it all aside. It's fine. These things happen, but you know what? I am going to be a person of blessing. And he goes back and he recalls the story of God that runs through the lives of his brothers. And then he gave instructions for his burial, for how they were to go and bury him. And there's something significant in that. I don't want to go into that now in this faith story. And so this is just beautiful stories of faith, how God is gracious, how He is loving, and how He can redeem us. And so I love this aspect of faith. May the Lord bless you. I hope you're going to hit that subscribe button. Come back for another video soon, and God bless you.